Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 359, The Midnight Delivery. Intermediate. The rain hammered against the windows of Leo's small apartment, a relentless rhythm that matched the pounding in his chest. He checked his watch. 11:57 p.m. Any minute now. He paced the worn wooden floor, the floorboards creaking under his nervous steps. He'd been waiting for this package for days, a package he knew he shouldn't have ordered. Leo worked as a freelance journalist, always chasing the next big story. This time he'd gone too far. He'd contacted a source who promised to deliver sensitive information about a powerful corporation's illegal activities. The information was explosive, enough to bring the company down, but it came with a warning. No contact, no questions, just the delivery. Suddenly, a sharp knock echoed through the hallway. Leo froze. He peered through the peephole. A tall figure stood in the dimly lit corridor, their face obscured by a wide-brimmed hat. Leo hesitated, then unlatched the door. The figures stepped inside, dripping rainwater onto the welcome mat. They didn't speak. They simply held out a small, waterproof package. Leo snatched it, his fingers brushing against cold, gloved hands. The figure turned and disappeared back into the stormy night without a word. Leo closed the door, locking it securely. He leaned against it, his heart still racing. He took a deep breath and opened the package. Inside was a USB drive. He rushed to his laptop, plugged it in, and opened the first file. It was a video. The video showed a meeting taking place in a luxurious office. Men in expensive suits sat around a large mahogany table, their faces grim. Leo recognized one of them, the CEO of the corporation. The video showed them discussing bribes, cover-ups and illegal dumping of toxic waste. Leo's hands trembled as he watched. This was it. This was the story that could change everything. He copied the files onto his hard drive, then ejected the USB drive. He wrapped it in a cloth and hid it in a drawer. He knew he had to get this information to the public, but he also knew he was in danger. These people wouldn't hesitate to silence him. Just then, his phone rang. It was an unknown number. He answered cautiously. "Leo Maxwell?" a gruff voice asked. "Speaking," Leo replied, his voice barely a whisper. "We know you have the information," the voice said. "Hand it over, and no one gets hurt." Leo's blood ran cold. They were watching him. He slammed the laptop shut. He grabbed his coat and keys, his mind racing. He had to get out of there. He ran out of his apartment building and into the pouring rain. He looked around but saw no one. He started running down the street, the rain plastering his hair to his forehead. He could hear footsteps behind him. They were gaining on him. He turned a corner and ducked into a dark alleyway. He pressed himself against a brick wall, trying to catch his breath. The footsteps stopped. He held his breath, listening intently. Suddenly, a hand grabbed his arm. He cried out in surprise. It was a police officer. "Are you all right, sir?" the officer asked, looking concerned. "We received a report of a disturbance." Leo explained what had happened, his voice shaking. The officer listened carefully, then called for backup. Within minutes, several police cars arrived, sirens wailing. The alleyway was flooded with flashing lights. The police searched the area but found no one. Leo gave them the USB drive and they promised to investigate. He spent the rest of the night at the police station giving his statement. He was shaken but relieved. He had done the right thing. The next morning the story broke. The corporation's illegal activities were exposed and the CEO was arrested. Leo became a national hero. He knew he had taken a risk, but he also knew it was worth it. He had brought the truth to light. Vocabulary notes: relentless, adjective, constant and unstoppable. Example: the rain hammered against the windows, a relentless rhythm. This means the rain didn't stop or slow down. Similar words: persistent, incessant, continuous, unceasing. Example in a different context: her relentless pursuit of success led her to work long hours. Pounding, noun verb, a heavy, repeated hitting or beating. Example: a pounding in his chest. This describes the feeling of his heart beating very fast and strongly, usually due to fear or excitement. Similar words, noun: thumping, hammering, beating. Similar words, verb: to thump, to hammer, to beat. Example in a different context: the construction workers were pounding nails into the wooden frame. Obscured, verb: hidden or blocked from view. Example: their face obscured by a wide-brimmed hat. This means the hat made it difficult or impossible to see the person's face. Similar words: hidden, concealed, veiled, shrouded. Example in a different context: the fog obscured the view of the mountains. Peephole, noun: a small hole in a door that allows you to see out without opening the door. Example: he peered through the peephole. Similar words: spy hole, Judas hole, less common. Example in a different context: before opening the door to a stranger, always look through the peephole. Snatch, verb: to quickly grab something in a rude or eager way. Example: Leo snatched it, his fingers brushing against cold, gloved hands. This implies Leo took the package quickly and perhaps nervously. Similar words: grab, seize, pluck, grasp, can be less forceful than snatch. Example in a different context: the thief snatched her purse and ran away. Explosive, adjective, likely to cause an outburst of anger, controversy, or violence. Also, relating to or denoting an explosive or explosives. Example: the information was explosive, enough to bring the company down. This means the information was very damaging and could cause a big scandal. Similar words: inflammatory, volatile, sensational, devastating. Example in a different context: the explosive device was carefully disarmed by the bomb squad. Gruff, adjective, low and rough in sound, surly in manner. Example: a gruff voice asked. This describes a rough, low voice, often suggesting an unfriendly or serious person. Similar words: hoarse, rough, croaky, harsh. Example in a different context: the old man had a gruff but kind voice. Cautiously, adverb, in a careful and wary manner. Example: he answered cautiously. This means he answered carefully because he was suspicious or worried. Similar words: carefully, warily, prudently, circumspectly. Example in a different context: she cautiously crossed the busy street. Gain on, phrasal verb, to get closer to someone or something that you are chasing. Example: they were gaining on him. This means they were getting closer to catching him. Similar phrases: catch up with, close in on. Example in a different context: the runner was gaining on the leaguer in the final lap. Disturbance, noun, an interruption of peace and quiet, a commotion. Example, we received a report of a disturbance. This means someone had reported something that was causing trouble or noise. Similar words, disruption, commotion, disorder, trouble. Example in a different context, the loud music caused a disturbance in the neighborhood. Story written by Google Gemini 2.0 AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed the story, please would you take the time to leave a meaningful comment and click on the like icon. If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.